Hello everyone. This month on A Talk with Death, I have some members of the band Failed Diplomacy.
How's it going?
We can just go in order from, we'll start with you and we'll just work this way and say your names and what instrument you play in the band.
I'm Henry. I play the drums.
He's also a backup dancer. My name is Jordan.
I am if you want me to be.
My name is Jordan. I play the rhythm guitar and vocals.
I'm Ethan, and I play bass and backup vocals.
So, I was just gonna talk about, have you guys talk about your favorite genres and how they influence how you play in the band. And we'll just keep going from right to left.
Oh, I have to keep starting. Okay.
Yes.
If they're watching, is it going to be from left to right? Is it going to be switched?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah,
who cares?
You can see the
Okay.
camera really
Because-
From this guy to this guy.
Yeah, descending
Just cut
height
that
order.
out,
All right. So, as a drummer, I mean, my favorite band is the Beatles. So, in terms of musical inspiration,
I love
it's
Ringo
them.
Starr so much.
Okay. In terms of drumming influence, I didn't get a whole lot from the Beatles. Just in terms of what I view as good music and has song structure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In terms of drumming style, every now and then I'll just realize, I'll listen to a song that I listened to when I was 12 and say, oh my god, I stole stuff from this guy. Stuff, I mean, I will not reveal which of our songs, but there's this one song where I steal about 15 licks from Trey Cool. And if you ever see this, Trey, I'm sorry.
He's not going to see it.
Yeah, he's not going to see it. We're not special enough. Just random. I stuff Keith Moon, R.J. Hale, Neil Sanderson. Those are generally the people. I realized a while ago when I heard the song "Rock This Town" by the Stray Cats that half of my drumming style is stolen from that song, which is weird because I've heard it 5 times. Yeah, stuff like that. And every now and then I'll just come up with some random lick on my own. But in terms of influence, it's really those guys.
Am I supposed to talk after that? Celine Dion.
The sad thing is, it's true. Okay.
Well, I started out when I was young listening to Avril Lavigne, and I was in love with Avril Lavigne. And then she got married to this guy named Derek Whibley from Sum 41, and I very much disliked Derek Whibley because I loved Avril Lavigne. So anyway, I had so much hatred, so I decided I'm going to start listening to Sum 41. And then I liked Sum 41 a lot. Then they got a divorce, and Sum 41 is my #1 favorite. Linkin Park is my 2nd favorite band.
Did you meet Linkin Park?
I met Linkin Park recently. I went to their concert and I won a meet and greet, so I got to meet them. It was pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was the question?
Who's your favorite artist and what's your favorite genre? And
Genre?
how did it inspire your music?
I like Sum 41's heavier stuff. I'm more into heavier music, like hard rock, which is what has been in the writing process lately. Heavier stuff, which is nice. I like it. Yeah. Linkin Park, 30 Seconds to Mars, 3 Days Grace, System of a Down, kinda. We're good.
Those are all bands.
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I like pop punk and punk rock kind of music. Some kind of fast and straightforward bass notes, I guess. And my favorite bands are Blink-182 and Green Day, Jimmy Eat World, and Sum 41, because they're kind of punk rock, I guess. And yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
So, you guys get together.
Do you want to take this one?
All right, sure. So, 2 summers ago now?
It was the summer of 2013.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Last summer, we did the Stairway to Stardom program at Skips Music in Sacramento or Elk Grove or wherever it is you start. So we all got paired together there. We had a different guitarist at the time. We parted ways after that program. We picked up Ian, who isn't here today because...
He has work.
Yeah, he works at Guitar Center.
He has a job.
Yeah, he has a job. Jeez.
We don't like those.
How dare he value life. Anyway. No, Ian's anyway. Ian's great. Love him, great guitarist. So yeah, after Stairway to Stardom, we picked up him. So yeah, that's how we met because we never would have met otherwise. By random coincidence, Ian was like 2 minutes away from me, so that's nice. But yeah, that's how we met. It was wonderful.
It was great, yeah. We bonded really well. You know,
Yeah, we
our
did.
chemistry was great. We wrote 3 songs for the concert. We got to perform at the Crest Theater.
Ooh, that was nice.
It was wonderful. Great experience, yeah. We wrote 3 songs and then took off after that.
And we scrapped one of them.
So I was gonna also ask, as like a second part to how'd you meet, how did you guys get started? Like, how'd you start actually doing concerts and recording music?
Oh. Well. How do I take that? Yeah, we did Stairway. We performed at the Crest Theater, which was wonderful. And we got 3rd place out of 14 bands, I
It was
believe.
14, something like that.
Yeah. And then we got to record at Right Choice Studios. We recorded our song called Redemption. And
Which is not on our album.
no, it's not. It was going to be. We just didn't have enough money.
Yeah, didn't work.
And time and patience.
Recording is expensive. Okay.
And then we performed at a CD release party for Redemption, and we performed at Sammy Hagar's Bar and Grill.
Rockin' Island Bar and Grill.
Yeah, and then that closed down right after we played there because
They couldn't handle the rock. No.
I think the owner passed away or something. It was
Yeah,
sad.
so he got lost in like
In the
I
ocean.
think he crashed his car in the
No,
into the
he got
forest.
lost in the ocean.
Yeah, you get lost in the ocean, you can't keep open a place called the Rockin' Island. It
Oh, just
doesn't
give
work.
me the owner. Anyway, then we practiced a lot over the next few months, and didn't get a gig for a while.
No one called us back. It's
Yeah.
sad.
Well, no, we didn't check the email that often, and it turns out we did get an email
We got
from
lots
Club
of
Retro.
callbacks.
We got an email from Club Retro. It was really awkward because it was a month later. I'm like,
Wait.
we're so sorry. Yeah. In February.
I remember
I
this.
don't even know that.
Oh, I thought.
So
Well, anyway, we started recording an album in January.
That's why we can't use like the band Gmail because no one checks the band Gmail.
Because I have an app for it.
Okay. Anyway, so the way we started songwriting is because the way the Stairway to Stardom program works is they put the bands together and then they assign every band a coach and some coach who's been around everywhere. And then it's an 8-week program, and during those 8 weeks, you write 3 songs. That's part of it, and then you perform those 3 songs at the final concert. So we started songwriting because that was how the program worked, which is a great program because it just if you're going to go anywhere as a band, you got to start writing songs, and so you just start immediately instead of just doing the standard. Let's start by covering 20 songs that we all like thing. And it's really hard to do that and then suddenly transition to songwriting.
No one knows the parts.
Yeah, no one knows the parts and it gets terrible. But yeah, so we started writing songs on like the first day. So that was really nice.
Yeah, I
That
think
was
we finished
Memories
our-
Left for Dead.
Yeah, Memories Left for Dead was our
we
first
finished
song.
that song on like the first practice kind of.
Yeah, we actually finished it in 2 hours. We had a song
Except the
written.
lyrics and melody.
Yeah, except for everything Jordan related.
Well, the
Anyway.
whole song was one chord progression. So
Except the
pre-chorus.
yeah.
Except the pre-chorus, which is written later. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so we started recording an album in January at Joshua Tree Studios, and we finished in late August at
That took
Plus
so long.
Cavern Studios. So we had to switch studios, and we're finally done. It's great. Our album's on iTunes, Reverbnation, Bandcamp.
Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back.
We took a food break. All
No,
right.
we didn't.
Alright, so we're back. We took a little snack break. So
In front of my face, nice.
Right in front of Jordan.
I wanted to smile too, and I didn't. Even behind the box.
Okay.
okay, so another question was, what kind of things do you do? Like, what kind of warm-ups and things do you do to make sure that you have, like, your best performance?
We treat every practice like it's a show. Like, we want to perform the best every time we can, so that way when we get to the show, we can perform the best. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, like, what kind of warm-ups would you
Kind of
guys
just-
say you do?
Well, I do like a vocal warm up before, but then we just go straight into the songs.
And we just play like a warm up song, pretty much, like Dead Promises.
It's not a warm up.
Legacy.
Wait, we always like.
We always
Hey,
open
let's
with Dead Promises.
start off with Dead Promises.
Yeah, sure. It's not that hard of a song. Yeah. I mean, for me, physical wise, over the summer I learned this warm up from Jojo Mayer, which is just this 800 times.
Oh.
It's awesome. That gets you warm, man. That actually gets you tired.
I'm tired.
But
Don't do
when you do it 800 times, and it's just, just random little rudiments on a
Excuse
drum
me a
pad or
second.
something. Stuff like that. No, yeah. What Jordan was saying is true. It's good to treat practice as a performance because the fact is, no matter how comfortable you are with performing, you're going to get nervous when you do a show. I don't care who you are. Everybody gets nervous when they're doing a show.
That's how I am with acting in my videos. I'm just like, okay.
And really what you do is when you get nervous, you fall back on what you know.
Yeah.
And if what you know is treating everything like a performance, well, by golly, you're going to have a good performance.
Yeah.
Golly goodness.
And that's why treating practice as a performance is really important. And that's why I get mad whenever people sit down while they play that aren't the drummer.
Well said.
Well said. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That went wrong right in front of my face. It was glorious. What's up? We're Failed Diplomacy, and this one's called Fading Thoughts. Hope you like it. Thousand cries, just one
from when you're practicing and like you're in the moment? Like, what really inspires you to like really get into the music?
Do you want to take some?
Excuse
No,
me.
no.
I apologize. My sneezes are violent.
Wow, that was a deep question.
That was a good one, man.
For me, thinking of the lyrics and how, what am I trying to say?
Me, what I always do, anything, I mean, with any song with lyrics in it, it could be our song, it could be a song by anybody else, and they're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jordan
I'm not
has a headache.
Anyway, but for me, any song with lyrics, just maybe it's our song, maybe it's some random other song that I happen to like. If I'm gonna perform it, because my least favorite thing in the world is when somebody performs something that's technically sound, but they're just going.
But there's like no emotion.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
There's no drum
connection.
set.
There's no drum set. You're just air drumming, but not even emotional. No. You know, I really don't like it when people don't perform. That's just a personal pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
And so what I always do is I listen to the lyrics beforehand, and this is one of the reasons I don't know what our songs are actually about. Is I listen to the lyrics beforehand, and then I try to figure out what that would mean if I applied it to myself, without actually listening to the artist's intent. Then I find out the artist's intent later, but you know. But if I'm going to perform a song, I'm going to put emotion into it.
Yeah.
And especially like Fumes of Greed, you know, I have stuff that those lyrics mean to me. I have stuff that every other song that we have, and that's how I'm able to perform it. And you pull that up on stage because, especially what I was talking about earlier, is everybody gets nervous on stage, and now they're laughing at me. I don't know what I did.
No, it's funny because he's eating.
Oh yeah.
We weren't laughing at you.
Okay. No, what I was saying earlier is everybody gets nervous on stage, and you fall back on what you know. Especially if you practice by thinking emotionally about something, it really helps, and you can definitely have a nice performance.
That would definitely be my answer too. Yeah. Draw inspiration from the lyrics and what they're trying to say, and give that to the audience. Because when you don't give that performance and you're on stage, people see you're scared and see that you lack confidence, and that's not cool.
And all of a sudden you're Bob Dylan and everybody loves your music, but no one likes your concerts. You're Bob Dylan.
Hope he doesn't sue me for that. Alright, that was a good question. What about you?
Good, yeah.
I just play bass.
Rock it up. Just rock it up.
I play the bass guitar.
So, just share a little bit about your album, since you have a new album out, and
Because we have to plug something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's called The Other Side. And
This is true.
there was a lot of trouble trying to get an album cover.
So it's The Other Side. We just got it onto iTunes. It's also available for purchase on Reverbnation and Bandcamp. I already said this, but the link is in the description right here. Can you do a thing where it's like right here?
Yeah.
It's like right over my face.
Just
First
across
right here.
everyone's face, just right there. Just,
Nice.
I'm tall enough that you can't do a straight line.
I can tell that.
What?
It's YouTube. The
Yeah.
editing on like links and stuff is very easy to make it slanted.
The concept of The Other Side is experiencing challenges and getting past those challenges. And the album cover is a picture of a gate, and on the other side it's freaking beautiful. And on the side behind the gate where you are is disgusting. There's their little spider.
I need to look at our album cover. I've never known it was this deep.
I thought we talked about this
No,
so
we
much.
didn't.
Okay, anyway.
Put your phone away.
No, I'm looking up the album cover.
Oh,
I need
okay.
to
I
find
thought you
this
just
thing.
like, we're in an interview, let me text someone.
And it's
Oh, whoa, that is pretty.
It's
Alright.
pretty on the other
Now that you
side.
mention it.
It's about getting over that gate, getting to the other side of true happiness. If that makes sense, and the songs kind of relate to that too.
I mean, I don't want to lead anybody down the wrong path of, thinking that we have like a story in our album. We don't. But yeah, a lot of the songs follow that theme. And that got edited out. All right.
So,
Great.
please keep that in there.
Just someone's talking.
What songs are on your album, and then what's your favorite song out of the album?
Do you want to say how many songs
There's 10 songs.
Just forcing you to talk.
There are 10.
The intro, not the intro, the first song
number
called
one.
Dead Promises. You can hear at the beginning, it's a guitar plugging into an amp, and it's like, we're ready. Yeah.
We can
So
play now.
there are 10 songs. There were going to be 11, but yeah, Redemption didn't make it onto the album
Redemption.
for
Yeah, it
several
didn't make
reasons.
It. Didn't make it.
But yeah.
In terms of favorite song to play, my personal favorite of our songs is either Fading Thoughts or Possibilities. Certainly not because they're complicated in any way. They're, especially on drums, they're really easy. I enjoy that kind of music. I mean, if you actually listen to the album, it's those two songs are really my favorite because you
What songs we have.
forget
I forget our songs. Hold on. Keep talking.
Yeah. Stuff like Fading Thoughts, stuff like Possibilities, that's the kind of thing that I'm really into. I think it's kind of weird that the songs that I write the most impressive beats to are also the songs that I least enjoy playing. But
It's kind of hard to have a favorite song because
they're all our children.
Yeah, it's like trying to choose a favorite child.
Yeah.
But
You can pick a favorite child.
You
One of
stu-
them
but
has
you
to go in
can't-
the basement.
I
One
like
of them sits in the
I like
basement.
playing Dead Promises
It is a fun time to play.
because it's
Yeah.
fast
yeah,
and fast is fun.
I don't even know what this thing is that I picked up. All right.
It's a piece of carpet.
I think my favorite song that turned out though is maybe Memories Left for Dead. So we spent 20 minutes on the bridge part,
that was.
and
yeah,
I
spent
because
20
it's
whole minutes
time, and then but it sounds like I'm saying die.
yeah,
Because it goes die, die, die.
we were super excited when Joe was making that.
Yeah.
And I was, marching
That was-
drum corps at the time. I was doing other things.
So what do you do if you have practice, like you need to practice for the band and all of your songs, but there's a member that's missing?
That's annoying. Usually the drummer's here because it's his house. We
Yeah.
practice at the drum.
I live here. Because where I sleep on the weekends.
If you didn't know, this isn't the normal talk show chair.
I think we're all important to the band. We can survive practices if a member is missing, but it's just that full sound is not there.
And the bassist has to be here.
Yeah, no, seriously though, you get
No,
the
that is
bass
true.
sound.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's helpful.
Thank you guys.
Our songs
Joking,
sound
but
terrible
no, I
without
feel
bass.
respected.
Yeah. Because over the summer, I marched drum corps with the Santa Clara Vanguard Cadets. And obviously, I had an amazing experience. I felt bad the entire
Met a
time.
girl.
Anyway, I mean, obviously, I had an awesome experience. I will say I felt bad really the whole summer. Because, these guys didn't have the drummer. And at one point, weren't you guys going to have like a replacement drummer for the summer, and then you just kind of didn't? You just
We
didn't.
were gonna play a show with, was it Theory of a Dead Man or something?
That was a drummer of Amore.
No. Well,
They
who
almost
was
got
the
to
show though?
They almost got to open for Saving Abel, and they didn't
Oh,
get to do
Saving
it
Abel.
because I wasn't there.
Oh,
I
no.
felt really bad about that.
I don't know.
We should have opened like an acoustic show.
I think you're supposed to open for Saving Abel with an acoustic show.
You know what we got mad? I got mad is when we played acoustic performances at the boardwalk. They had us go last, and like,
Oh yeah.
why? If there's a full band that goes, and then we come up and we're an acoustic band, and we go last. That's ridiculous.
It was kind of cool when we had that whole kind of quiet set of bands.
That was nice, yeah.
What?
Like remember when we played
I
one of our
wasn't there. I
acoustic
don't know if it
shows,
was nice.
Oh,
and there was that one.
with the girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
and all the bands were kind of like soft. They weren't all metal.
Uh huh. Was that
It's
Amore?
better.
When Amore was
Yeah.
there? Amore is amazing.
Yeah.
Amore. They were just on a cover of a magazine.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick.
I saw them at my high school like 2 years ago.
Really?
The singer went to my high school.
Oh, that's sick. Did you talk to them about it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
On the album, which song is the hardest song to play, and why? For each of you, like which song's the hardest for each of you to play?
Well, for me, no, for me it's definitely Legacy, which is track 7, something like that. It's the metal song. You'll know it when you hear it.
It is 7, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 7. I listened to the album again last night. But
Me too.
yeah, it's definitely the hardest song. I'm secretly lazy. Most of my drum parts aren't actually very difficult. But no, Legacy is definitely the hardest one. If only because of the breakdown, because my feet get really tired.
I would say Legacy and Memories Left for Dead, because they're both vocally demanding and fast. Well, Memories is fast. Is Legacy fast?
Not really.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
That's the quarter note or something like this.
I mean, at the breakdown, you do double bass.
Well, yeah, for me it's really fast. Well, no, are you guys playing?
Well, I do, but
Yeah.
Ian
I mean,
doesn't.
Ian's soloing, so.
Oh yeah. Jordan doesn't, or do you do?
Do what?
Like or you just go
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
And then you make it look really hard.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, even though it's just you're like
Like you move your wrist a lot.
yeah, just to move one.
You tilt your head down so far that the audience can't see what you're doing with your strumming hand,
And
so
they
they
just,
don't
like-
see that it's
you're
actually
like-
really simple.
That looks really funny on the camera when you do that. Next time you do that, I'm gonna go, oh. Sorry.
Okay. So for you, what song's the hardest?
Oh, Fading Thoughts is probably the hardest.
Track 6.
Track 6. Yeah.
Right.
Probably because like I actually didn't record the bass on it because our super good guitarist is also a super good bassist. So he wrote and recorded it all.
He plays drums too.
Yeah, and he improvised for the whole song. So I kind of just made an organized part for me to play when we play live.
What's up, everyone? We're Failed Diplomacy, and we're debuting a new song today called Find a Way. Hope you like it. Thanks everyone.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see
Thanks
you
for
around.
watching.
We'll keep you updated.
I promise I play drum set.
Bye.